Alright, so the last time this time was going to be done by a Sam.
Whoa. Okay, so last time, after we had our little fuck up, we arrived at a town, and it's just white. Just everything is white and cold. Very, very cold. We met a new person who was a bouncer to a tavern, and somehow he decided to join us as we sat there and hired some snow patrol people.
I didn't initially call them Snow Patrol, but I think at this point I'm going to start calling them Snow Patrol because that sounds cool.
No, I thought it was snow patrol.
It was
It
road
was like
cleaning, road cleaning
oh,
crew.
road
But yeah,
cleaning.
it's fine.
The RC.
We started going along and stuff. Locke being on using Cat again as a steed.
So what I do?
Yeah. And we got told about some dangers that go on, and if you don't stick to the roads and stuff, or have these magical stones. As we go to another town to be able to go get sent back home because of our fuck up. So
Because none of us knows how to fucking talk to ship captains to articulate a destination.
That's the thing. We just wanted to get off that island.
I know. I'm making fun of us.
Yes, and we did. And
then we
I know
realized
one of us was just too distracted to realize that, hey, we never told that we wanted to go somewhere else.
Yeah,
and so, yeah, either way, so we're heading to this town, and we stop, and apparently there was, what was it, reports of giants?
Yep.
Fighting? Yeah, and then we just woke up randomly, correct?
Basically what happened there was you camped because it was a 2-day journey to get to Mork, which is where you were going.
Right, and then we got woken up during someone's watch because all of a sudden there's 2 giants right next to us, and apparently they saw us.
And they're fighting each other.
And Silver bet 50 gold on one of them.
Bet to who? Bet to who? Who is taking that bet with you? Probably Young, because why
not? No, she was just in there going I bet 50 gold that one's gonna win because he looks like he's winning.
This one up here, you say?
Yeah, the furthest top one.
Okay, let me double check to make sure I know which one of that is, so that I can have him have the higher health.
Just you can also just click on him and put a little yellow icon on him to indicate that that's the one she voted on, so we don't lose track.
It's fun. It was mainly a joke because,
Right.
Oh no, she actually does have 50 gold. Okay, never mind. It's because she actually doesn't have 50 gold, but she does.
Yeah,
she does.
We'll say
and she only did that because she was she just got woken up, so she's tired, sleepy, and was oh look, giants.
Mm-hmm.
No threat at all.
All right, so with that, we are going to open up this particular session with a potential combat encounter, with characters deciding what they're going to do. Before we really jump into this, we could do a slight reorganization of the party based on how you think you guys would have slept and who would have been where, but I don't know if that's super important.
I thought we were just rushing to get into the cart to leave.
It's true. Potentially leave or decide what you're going to do. Bjorn and the gnomes in the cart, which I don't have tokens for. I have tokens for the cart, but not for the gnomes. Bjorn was going to pretty much wake everybody up and get everybody going and getting the heck out of here. I do believe.
That was the plan, yes.
Alright. So, that in mind, the initiative happens. And Cad, because humongous initiative, and I think you technically have advantage on initiative checks because Barbarian.
And I rolled a nat 20.
That too. Yeah. Cad, you're going first. You were awakened by Bjorn soon after you had woken him up with your entertainment hack, which was funny.
Oh yeah. I was pink. I am outside and I'm looking at them, right?
Yep, pretty much.
Okay.
We're all outside.
Well, we were just awakened, so I'm confirming. I'm confirming my initiative doesn't start with me waking up from Bjorn. So, can I tell if they seem to be aggressive to us, or if they're just like, oh, hey, little people?
I know they saw us.
Yeah, they did.
And do they seem to be threatening, or just acknowledging that, hey, someone else is here?
That sounds like an insight something to me.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Might need a character sheet. Hang on.
That might be important.
Possibly. I'll just roll a bunch of like D100s. Re-roll everything less than 15. Okay. Can I tell if they seem upset at us specifically?
With a 19, they are more upset at each other than they are at you, but they are sort of disgruntled at your presence and that they've gotten close to the road, and now that somebody is actually on the road to see them. As far as being directly hostile towards you, or towards the group, not really. They're more hostile to each other, or playfully hostile towards each other.
Okay. Can I, like, ready an action or delay something that if things turn hostile or look like they're getting ready to, that I, like, jump in the way? Like, run at them or something?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that unless, you know, things are about to go down, but...
So, ready a dash?
Yeah, I ready a dash for the situation to be more hostile. And I guess in readying something, that would be my turn.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
Bjorn!
Alright. Who all is still asleep right now, if anyone?
I think we're all awake, because
We're all awake.
Yeah.
5 feet away isn't all that quiet.
No, not especially.
Yep, everyone's awake at this point.
Alright, I'm gonna say, everyone, we should be getting in the cart quick. Presumably, while people start moving towards the cart, I'm gonna kind of like move up a bit, sort of be between the rest of the group, like right there maybe,
okay,
and where the giant is at. But I'm not gonna like move too close or start anything. Ideally, we can like slip by and just let them keep beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
So, I guess I'll ready an action that if either of them comes at me or tries to get past me, I'll take a swing at them. But otherwise, I'm gonna just hold my ground for now.
All right. Reasonable.
It's the cart's turn. It takes off. Shit.
Actually, it being the cart's turn is sort of a group thing for the gnomes, because I didn't give them a token. They are definitely not going to try to attack these guys at all. So they are basically spending their turn making sure that the horses are hitched properly and that everything is ready, and they're basically readying themselves for everybody that is going to get in the cart is in the cart so we can go. They're essentially readying run. They're not going to just run off.
They are readying run.
Silver.
Can Silver go and pick up Yang?
Are you going to toss the dwarf?
Yes.
I mean, you're both medium. That might be tricky. Totally do that, and you might want to,
Well,
affirm
she's
with you.
shorter than me. So
You
she's
might
just gonna
want to-
pick her up and go and try to toss her onto the cart.
Okay.
Athletics?
Athletics, sure. What do you say to Young as you do this? Just, I'm helping you get into the cart.
I am sorry.
Sorry.
Okay. Roll athletics then.
No.
Yeah, no.
We go and try and pick her up by spraying something like, shit.
She picks up Yang and throws herself in the cart instead.
As
What is
hilarious
this, Skyrim physics?
as hilarious as this is As hilarious as that is, this is not Skyrim, and those physics don't work that way. So no. You accomplish like training your back to try to lift Young because.
Oh! I think I popped the disc. Shit!
What are you trying to do?
I was trying to be helpful and toss you into the cart.
I think I can climb into my cart myself. I hope.
Whatever. Ow.
Fuck.
All right. Locke is just sprinting for the cart, but as he's passing Silver, I just want to mage hand to just pat her on the shoulder while Awakened Mind saying, "Good hustle," and I then jump into the cart. So someone needs to position my token on so that it's front of the cart so that I don't appear underneath it. Just move cart to back.
Right, I know.
Good hustle. I am mean, but I
If I protect you this time.
Please do.
Alright.
I mean, he moved out of a threatened square of Silvers.
Young is going to then climb into the cart. She sort of looks back at Silver and is like, "Are you okay?"
I just give her a thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Little
I'm fine.
Silver asked Jan to pick her up because she slipped her disc and can't move.
Nope.
I don't think it would work that way because Young would have a less of a time doing that than Silver. So we then do.
It's now the giant's turn.
Yes, it is the giant's turn.
Starting with the bottom one.
Yes. He is not the one that saw you, and also not the one that Silver is currently
Betting on.
betting on. So he is he is just going to grumble something in Giant that everybody hears that only one of you can understand Giant. And he is going to punch his buddy. Buddy.
Quote unquote.
At advantage because his buddy's actually looking at us and is distracted.
Not quite, but yeah.
No.
So, that is in fact a hit. Hooray. And
Good to know they are broad bars.
yeah, they kind of are.
You can still miss the broadside of a barn.
Can.
hard to do. Hard, but not impossible.
And they are doing it with
A stormtrooper.
boom. Alright. And then his buddy is going to essentially push at. Well, he's not going to punch him. He's going to continue to grumble and Giant, and then they're going to go back into the rolling wrestling match that they have been doing. Which leads
Does anyone
to
understand giant?
yes, Oak does.
Oh, because I don't.
Alright, so Oak is sort of raises an eyebrow looking over to them, is like, can't tell if they're the best of friends or fierce rivals or just stupid. I'm getting the heck out of here.
Probably both. They're probably both.
Yeah. Now, Cad.
So they've acknowledged us, but are more or less ignoring us.
Basically.
How full does the wagon look with 2 gnomes and 3 others so far? I remember it wasn't very accommodating.
It isn't.
No. It's like you had Locke on your shoulders, you kept up with the cart, and Mr. Bjorn here was riding an elk?
Yeah. Rupert.
Yes.
I forgot he had a name.
Did have a name. Based on what you can sort of tell, the size of the cart, as I have it on the screen there, is fairly accurate, assuming that the gnomes are on the cart too. So, if Cad was to climb into the cart right now, there would not be any space for Silver or Bjorn.
So I guess I will move up to this sort of position, and you can still use your action as an additional dash if you need, right?
Yep.
Or do you have to be a rogue for that?
No, you can spend your action on the turn to dash.
Okay. So I will use my movement to get closer to the cart here, just in case I need to be close to protect it or something, but it doesn't seem like it's going to matter. And I will ready an action again in case things turn hostile to dash out to interrupt them.
Bjorn,
Alright. Rupert's still around, yeah. Or did I just
you would have had to have dismissed him to, since it was you were camping for the night, so you currently do not have him.
Alright, I'll check something real quick. Because I want to resummon him, but not if it's going to take time. As it stands, it would take me 10 minutes to get Rupert, so I'm not doing that.
Is fine state a 10-minute thing?
It is a 10-minute casting time.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool. We'll run away first, and then I will summon Rupert. So
I'm gonna do a thing when it's my turn to hopefully counter this a little bit.
All
I
right.
mean, so far the are just focusing on each other. So as long as that's the case, until like the cart's ready to get moving, I'm just gonna kind of stay in my holding pattern and be ready to do something if they change their minds about us. But otherwise,
They
I
don't seem super threatening. So
Yeah, if they're keeping their distance, I'm not gonna fuck with them.
All right.
So I'll just have my prepared.
And at this point, Oak sort of chimes up because they've been grumbling at each other in Giant for the past entirety of this turn because talking is a free action. And Oak is like, hopefully we can get out of here because I don't know if they'd be able to talk. One of them is wanting to talk to the other one into actually doing something about us. So hopefully that doesn't go anywhere.
Oh, hopefully not. That sounds terrible.
Alright. So, with the cart's turn, the gnomes...
Go. Just go. Just start going.
The gnomes sort of look back at Silver and Cad and Bjorn and they're like, can you keep up? Or are we good? Or what? And then with Silver's just go.
She's just waving, like, I can go. Just go.
Bjorn's safe.
So that would be... Guard is going to start moving. Go this way.
How far can cart get?
The horse's
what's
movement...
it for people?
Yeah, the horse's speed is about, I think 60 if I recall correctly, because it was just above Cad. But then with all the people, they sort of knock it down because they got a load. So they are going to go... Well, it would essentially be just about the edge of the map over here. I'm going to make that easy and sort of wrap around whenever we get around to it.
Okay.
Then Silver.
Okay, here's the thing. I want to know, can I sit there and do a dash and still have a bonus action? Okay, she's going to dash for 60 feet, and then she's going to do a bonus action of Misty Step, which adds an additional 30 feet on.
Nice.
So she's just like, pew!
So, action, movement action run, dash action, standard action dash, bonus action Misty Step, you're in the cart?
No, she's past the cart at this point.
Oh, you're going past the
What's
cart.
Yeah, she's just running. She's not going to load down that cart much more.
Alright, so you're way in front of the cart and you're getting the heck out of Dodge, basically.
Yep. She's just like, goodbye!
Yum.
Alright. Well,
Well, we're about to hit off the cart, off the map.
Mm-hmm.
if it's my turn, then seeing that as the cart's going, we're kind of leaving people behind, I will have Locke go to the very edge of the cart, and I will reach into my pack, and I will mage hand hurl my spell of Expeditious Retreat back towards Cad. Using Mage Hand, just carrying it that full 30 feet and dropping it right in front of him so that while shouting, either you can use that or give it to a Bjorn. Either way.
Oh, so you're mage handing a pouch so that you can hand it off, or mage handing a scroll so you can hand it off to Cad?
So that then Cad could hand it off to Bjorn, because Bjorn's the spellcaster between the two. I don't think Cad can use it.
Yeah, technically. Alright.
I can sign my name on it.
That would ruin the spell.
No.
Young, for her turn, she is going to be sort of looking back at the cart and everyone else. And she's... Well, we know that Cad can move fairly quickly, so he'll probably give that to Bjorn. Oak, what are we looking at? Are the giants still gonna... And about as soon as she gets that out, Oak is like, yeah, I don't think so. And, it is Giant's turn. Giant, this one down here, is going to, reach into... He's sort of, been tumbled onto the ground and pinned slightly by the other one, and they've been grumbling back and forth to each other, and he will spend his movement to stand up, half his movement to stand back up from prone, only half shoving his buddy off of him because they've come to a mutual understanding of some persuasion. And he will reach into his, like, one of the pouches he has to his side. He's mostly looks to be unarmed, other than having a very large, like, almost like a satchel to his side. Like, large enough that the entire satchel is bigger than Locke.
For
And
keeping people.
I mean, it totally could if they're medium-sized. So he will reach into that satchel and pick out what is basically a rock, and he is going to hurl it at the cart.
This seems
why do you gotta
thoughtful.
do that?
Can I dash up in front of them?
Good.
Uh,
What did you say, Sam?
You've just
What?
been holding a dash. You can't do an action.
I know, but they may not have expected me to do this. So.
Yeah.
Hiya!
Oh no.
That is...
And I'm assuming that the thing that got mage handed to me is still probably in the vicinity of where I was.
Yeah,
He-
it is right. Where...
So he can pick it up because it's right beside him. I was
Although-
ready to dash, not ready to catch something. So
and Bjorn was readying his action to actually, like, attack if they got close, so his readied action is technically not fired because they're not close. So that is going to be, what is the distance on this thing? 60? Yeah. Okay, cool. It is going to hurl the thing. Alright.
do I get an attack of opportunity?
No. You're there though. You're in front of him.
He's throwing it. He's launching a projectile at a moving target.
He is.
And
So ranged rock hurl, and he is specifically hurling it at the cart, not at the people around the cart or people in the cart. So thankfully there is one more space that is, free in the cart. So I am going to roll d4. Say which part of the cart it hits. Boop. 2, 3, 4. Hey, that's where Locke just recently moved to. The edge of the cart, where he is at.
Oh no.
oh,
Oh no.
So,
Can I get some F's for me in chat? Because I'm about to die.
he's like, you send off that little scroll and then you look up like, oh, that is a rock.
Locke, since this is not targeting you and is more targeting the cart, but it is close to you,
Press F.
you can roll me reflex.
What?
Not reflex, dex. Give me a dexterity save.
Thank you.
And I am nowhere close to you, so you do not get that +4.
19.
Okay, so you sort of back off out of the edge of the way of the rock, and it comes slamming down into the cart.
Is
Yeah.
the cart still good?
I
Or
don't
is
know.
it destroyed?
With that kind of damage? No.
Oh!
Oh.
Holy shit! 40-10?
Uh-huh.
That
So-
seems problematic.
That's
so-
nothing.
So the
I
rock,
have 52 hit points!
you're
You're
fine. You're
Yeah,
good,
fine.
man.
I mean, yeah, I know, I dodged it, but if that hits me, if that fucker rolls max damage on one of those stone throws, I could be damn close to down in a single fucking hit.
That's how warlocks work, dude. Where you been?
I know!
Alright, so rock comes slamming down into the cart, shattering the edge of it, hitting the edge where the cart was, and now the bottom edge of the cart is just utterly destroyed, as is the wheel, and now the cart is moving much slower. Actually, I will do a dex save for, I guess reasonably everyone on the cart, because it could theoretically knock people off
Inertia.
the cart. Yeah. So that person's fine.
8 this time. I'm not.
Yeah, you're still on the cart, but you're probably prone on the back of it as you jump backwards. And those two are fine. Those are the two gnomes rather. Young is on the cart. Young, dex save. She's fine. And then Oak. Oh, Oak. Dex is your lowest thing. 5. He also falls prone. He's still on the cart, and he's on the edges of where the cart had slammed into, the rock had slammed into the thing. So, yeah. The second one, he is going, seeing that the cart is slowed down, he is going to make an attack at the elephant that just came charging close to him. It's tiny. Tiny thing. 26?
He can reach me without moving.
Oh yeah, that's right. He would have to technically move down.
Just double checking. Wasn't it something that I could use a lucky point for an opponent?
Oh yeah, yeah. You can use lucky to make him reroll.
Although I think he's statistically likely to hit me anyway, and I don't want you to roll a nat 20 on the reroll. So yeah, 26 hits.
Alright. Yeah. I know they're technically their sprites would have their hammers or their weapons on them, but they're technically unarmed other than their satchel of rocks that both of them have. So he is going to basically be punching you. Technically not for a lot. Or at least not as a lot as it could be. 11.
Okay.
And Young, Locke, what do we want to do here? Our cart's probably not going to be going anywhere anytime soon.
Well, I'm pretty sure now's the time to say, fuck that. And like, the Locke looks visibly irritated now.
Yeah, they were arguing with each other whether or not they should do anything about the cart. They don't really seem to like the weather stone thing or something. I don't know.
Well, they've made their choice. They can live with the consequences. He's annoyed now. They broke the wagon. He's pissed.
They're
Alright.
giants.
So Locke or Cad will, darn it, Oak will sort of look up towards Silver, where Silver was running off to, and
She's
it's
just like, "Oop,
Silver.
call for me."
He's yelling in your general direction. He's Silver. The giants destroyed half of the cart. We're not moving very fast.
What?
I would assume you turn around and look.
Yeah, she glances back like, what?
She
And
does
then
a
you-
sonic skip to a halt.
No, she's just like, she looks over her shoulder like, what? As in, like, she probably couldn't hear you because she's. Wait, how far is the range of the magical bubble that keeps the
Oh
snow?
yeah, that's a good point.
How far? What
Um,
is the range on that?
it is actually. Thank you for reminding me.
Because if she's out of the bubble, she probably can't hear you and can't see.
Yeah. So you can't. You roll me perception. Yeah. That being said, though, Bjorn, you and Kat are in snow. By the way.
It's everywhere. Duh.
And yes, you don't have to roll perception to see that the cart has been slowed down.
I assume we saw the boulder get thrown.
Yeah. Or you would have heard it or heard the crashing, and yeah.
So, unless somebody tells me otherwise, Bjorn's going to go from guard mode to fight mode now.
What a coincidence. That's probably what Kat is doing as well.
I would assume, considering he ran up there.
Kat, what are you doing?
Well, I had this really awesome idea. If they were playfully amused with us, I was going to wrestle with them
But
and ask
they're
you how in
not.
the world that would work. But they don't seem playfully amused. They seem rather annoying. So instead of wrestling with them, I think I'm just going to Hulk out and beat them up just for the heck of it.
Okay.
So let me apply rage. And yeah, so I'm going to... The one that threw the boulder, I'm going to smack at him. He's this one here?
Yep.
So yeah, I'm going to recklessly swing at him. That would be advantage, yes?
Yep. Ooh.
Critical hit.
Yep.
For 24.
Alright.
And I'm going to smack the same one, I guess. But I'm going to spend a point of lucky, and that is... I choose to use the 19
That is a hit.
for an additional 11.
Alright.
And I have swirling things in the snow. And I guess I'm done.
Sure indeed. Bjorn.
Alright, looks like the fight beyond. So Bjorn's going to run up and attack the same guy. Oh.
That is a miss.
Yeah, I thought it might be, but I do get an extra attack, I believe.
You do have extra attack, yes.
So I'm going to give him a second college try. College try stuff, too. Bjorn's
Alright.
going to hang his ball, retire, and go home.
He hit that snowflake that was falling just in front of me.
It's split in half. He's really cool looking. But it didn't fit. So
You gain a quarter of an XP. Good job.
I'll
Alright.
take it.
Alright, so Bjorn,
That's me.
before we end your turn, Bjorn, I want for you to roll me a perception check.
Alright, I can do that.
Alright. So you see a thing and it is interesting and different. I'm going to give you that message in Discord momentarily. But first, it is the turn for the gnomes and the cart. Are you? So you're going to fight these guys. You're going to try to subdue them, kill them, something. Yes.
Addressing.
Addressing Oak and Locke and Young. And Oak is basically, I think so, based on how our other party members back there are dealing with it. Which they've heard fighting, and I imagine that Cad's got some sort of like roaring cry thing that he does whenever he goes into a rage. Yes.
Echoing through.
Because elephant. I don't see the others coming back up. Or yeah, I don't see the others coming back up through the snow, and because of the damage to the cart. I don't see us going much of anywhere anytime soon. So probably. And the two gnomes sort of look at each other and they're like, okay, well, in that case, have at it. But we got to do something to make sure that our horses are safe. And you guys are going to be in the snow. Unless... Are you... And tells the older of the two gnomes is just like, here. And she tosses the stone to the stone to oak, the little stone that was used to keep the snow away. And the snow immediately at that point when she tosses the stone over it, the snow is hitting the cart full force. So you guys are all in the snow now. Focus on that stone and you can keep the snow at bay, but you got to keep your concentration on it. We're out of here. And the two gnomes are going to unhitch the horses and make their way beelining it away towards Mork to get out of this. Silver.
Yes.
It's your turn. What are you doing? You're now in the snow, and you see out of the edges of the snow's vision, you see the horses without the cart coming your way.
What just happened?
We tossed this. You also heard a war trumpet charge of that you generally associated with Cad going into ragey mode. And the gnomes are coming up closer to you, and they're like, the giants threw a rock that shattered the edges of the cart. I think your friends have decided to become more aggressive towards the giants. We're getting out of here.
You two fucking giants! God. Hail high, helm. Okay. How? Since I'm technically off the map, how far away am I from the giants then?
Be closer to 80.
Oh shit. So I'm out in the snow. That's joyous. Right, so I guess she's just gonna start making her way a full 60 feet closer.
Alright.
You said she was about 80 feet away from him?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming she gets about there.
Yep. And now your the snow keeps things sort of obscured and hard to see, but now you're somewhat close enough that you can see giants and your friends, including your new friend Bjorn, and you see that Cat is raging. You see his spectral elephant people that you know of.
She's gonna sit there and yell at them and be like, "Are you fucking insane? These are giants!"
I'm not that big yet. Oh, you mean those giants?
Well, you're frothing at the mouth, so I don't think you necessarily would say that.
No.
Alright, so that's your turn, Silver?
She looks over at Locke like, "What is this bullshit?"
Infinite. That's what this is.
I wasn't talking to you,
Alright, Locke.
Locke. She was like yelling at Locke. It's like, "Why did you let them fight?"
I just kind of like, well, I mean, it's not like we could have outrun them, I get the impression. And then I'm going to step forward and like, with this on the other hand, and I will cast Slow on both of the giants.
Oh, okay.
So, they need to succeed on DC 14 Wisdom saving throws, or be affected by the effects for a whole minute.
That's one.
Fuck.
DC 15, you said, right?
14.
Oh, 14. So they both beat it.
So I just kind of stand there for a second after doing this, like, well, shit, that didn't work.
Real quick, Kat, what is your size?
I am like within a foot of being large, but I'm still technically medium.
Okay. Locke, do you still have haste?
No, that was from a scroll.
God damn it. Okay.
I can only do slow once a day, no matter how many spell slots I have.
Alright, Young is going
That's
to...
fine.
Young is going to 50 feet away-ish, so, and she sees the others fighting, so she is going to go Actually, yeah, she's going to hop off the cart and come up here closer to Silver because Silver has auras and auras are fun.
Yes.
Are we fighting these things, or are you going to try to stop the other two?
Apparently, those two knuckleholes heads think it's a good idea.
No one said it was a good idea, just the only feasible one.
Yeah.
She's she's just cursing at Draconic at this point.
Ooh, fancy. I don't think you do.
I do not know. I know deep speech.
To the giants, no Draconic.
No.
They live in a land with dragons, or maybe.
They do. That's why I'm asking.
These two don't.
God damn it. It's gonna be interesting to start cursing at Draconic and then I'll be like, let's put on a face.
Alright.
I'll pretend to be a silver dragon.
So Bjorn came up, charged at him with his longsword, tried to attack and missed both times, so he's not concerned about Bjorn right now. He's attacking an elephant.
Yep.
8, which is half the 4th, because bludgeon.
Yep.
And the other one is going to do the same thing, because that seems like the thing to do. I rolled the wrong thing. It was supposed to be +6. So 7. Half to 3. Yep.
Just the flesh wound.
Oak's gonna come down here, closer to Locke. He sort of sees Bjorn and Oak, and Cad up closer to the giants, and sees that Locke tried to use a spell, but it failed. Bjorn has a shield on him, yes?
He does indeed have a shield.
Alright. So, in light of that, now Cad has a shield as well. Boop.
Awesome.
Nice.
Cad.
I'm all shielded and stuff. Yeah, so I'm going to smack at the same one again. 24 will hit.
Yep.
For 14.
Ready?
And Encore, 23 will hit for 18.
So you're in raging mode. You're attacking with the intent to kill, yes?
Yeah. I was wanting to wrestle, but they made that impossible, so yeah.
Bjorn, it is to you, sir.
Okay.
Fuck him up.
I mean, that's what I want to do, but it hasn't worked out yet. I'm gonna keep swinging on the same guy, though. We'll see if maybe we can make it work a bit better this time around. Oh, that seems promising.
There you go. That'll hit.
Good. Gumdrops. Alright. So I believe I just hit over on this part of the damage.
You can click on the longsword of warning part in the cap.
Oh, I see. And I did 9 damage. Alright. And I will give him a second swing.
You want to try using your smite thing? Don't you have that as a paladin?
I do have Divine Smite. Yes.
You gotta be cut. Yeah, you can choose whenever to like tack it on. That's the fun part.
Paladins hurt in this edition.
As well they should. You wouldn't want to play a paladin over a fighter if they couldn't do something.
Especially if you're playing a paladin rogue and you get sneak attack.
Oh.
And you crit.
Oh.
Because of assassin.
We'll apply Divine Smite to this second swing. We'll see if that works out.
Oof.
So, you're doubling all of the dice on this attack, so...
Jesus.
Oh.
Alright,
Okay.
so longsword, roll longsword of warning first.
And what level are you casting Divine Smite at?
We'll cast it at a level 1 for now.
So, with that, you have a 2d8 smite, which is, since the 2d8 smite, which you will roll twice because it is also doubled.
Really?
Because crit.
48.
Well, there's one of them.
Yep.
And there's 2.
So the initial 6 and 3 is 9, plus the 12 is 21, plus the 8 will be 29. That's a lot of damage.
Now that's a lot of damage!
That's what I was thinking.
Not a sponsor.
Alright, so it is now to the cart, which is gone. Silver's turn.
Joy, okay. Let's have some fun here. Or-
So bitter.
She is! Because she's afraid that everyone's gonna die now.
Welcome to Locke's world every day.
Yeah.
He's gotten
Um,
used to it.
So-
She even knows not to mess with giants.
For what it's worth, you just saw Bjorn do a massively hard hit on that giant down below. He isn't looking in the greatest shape.
Because the giants were already fighting each other.
True.
And that's why we can get away with this. Plus, they attack first. We're in our right to defend ourselves.
Anyway, what are you doing, Silver?
She's gonna go up. Let's see, she's gonna go up to... Give me my thing and go up to this guy right here. So, yeah, she's gonna go up and draw her sword, so she can't do anything yet. She draw her sword, light it as a bonus action, and make 2 attacks. So, nothing fancy at the moment.
That'll hit.
20. That damage. And second attack, 22.
Yep.
For additional that damage. And that'll be her turn.
Ready? So, it is now Locke.
Which one of them looks more hurt?
Very much this one.
Bottom one?
Yep.
Alright. Then I'm going to expend my last remaining spell slot to cast Light on the fucker.
Well then.
So he needs to make a Constitution saving throw. That just makes it.
Uh-huh.
He still takes half damage, so 19 damage.
Okay. So, Bjorn, and what the heck? Bjorn, make for me a perception check.
Alright.
Alright.
There we go.
12 good enough. So you sort of look off to the side, you see the swirling specters of Cad's things. You look off to the side, you see Locke. He just barely out from the edges of the scope of the snow and stuff. And he swirls his
You can
hands
probably
around.
you
Yeah.
can probably more accurately see 2 glowing pinpricks of light that are his eyes as he casts this spell, and shadows just writhing around him.
That's the thing, he's with... Bjorn's now within the circle thing now, since Locke is closer, isn't he?
I mean, Oak's the one with the stone.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. So you see the Locke's eyes are glowing and it's all creepy, and the mist and darkness that is the light spell comes over this huge giant, and he just sort of tumbles and he's down.
Ooh, nice! Can I end my turn with every action by turning to the other giant awakened mind saying, "Run, or you're next"?
Sure. Make intimidation check.
Can I get advantage because his friend
Yes.
just dropped?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
They can use you as a toothpick.
10! God damn it!
You successfully intimidate the broadside of a barn.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I'm a toothpick compared to them in size, but that's a toothpick that just made one of his friends just drop dead from seemingly nothing. So,
All right.
I don't know about
So-
you, but I wouldn't want to stick something that killed a buddy next to me without even touching him in my mouth.
Okay, so that one's gone. Young. You see Silver run up and smack a dude, she's gonna run up and smack a dude. Rar, she does not have advantage, but she would have sneak if she hit. Yeah. Right, yeah. Alright, so she is going to do, she actually hits 7. And then she is going to flurry of blows rush Rar because Monk, that missed. And that also missed. Yep. And actually she did get the first hit, so that is her sneak attack.
'Cause it would be 7 plus whatever the sneak attack is.
6, 7, 8. 8 more. There we go. I can math. I am going to, Cad has not attacked the one up top yet, correct?
Correct.
Okay. You just decimated his buddy. He is not in a happy mood right now. He doesn't give a crap about all these little, weaklings around him. He's gonna toss a rock at Locke.
Rarity, catch me.
Just duck.
So
Oh,
with that,
A 20 hits, doesn't it?
yes, a 20 will most cer-
my armor class is a very impressive 13. So yeah.
Oh, we need to get you some better armor
I've been saying that.
and get some defensive spells, like shield, which gives you +5.
If I can,
Okay,
I mean,
so
I
yeah,
don't
if
think
you
you
have
learn
it.
spells very quickly.
big massive rock coming your way, Locke, and this is not something that you're going to roll dex to get out of because this is actually targeting you, so the 20 hits you.
Oh no.
Take 36 damage.
-6.
So 30 damage.
Well, there goes his spleen.
So,
My Sterling Guardians rush over to Locke and sort of cushion the blow by a 6th.
Yep.
How does envy work? Because they just attacked somebody that was not me, and they are within range.
yes, with that in mind,
Oh, doesn't it mean? Yeah.
Envy's going to give you a free hit.
A furry hit.
Free hit, not furry hit.
I
Roll
was
your-
fighting recklessly. Does that affect it?
No.
Because I used my reaction for Spirit Shield, so it would just be normal. Okay. But I also happen to be extraordinarily lucky, if I can click on my character and not my purple squiggles. So yeah. I choose to use the 13.
Which misses. Roll me a dexterity save.
What?
You.
Okay. Is it straight at advantage anything?
It's just straight.
There is yellow circle in my square. So huzzah.
Mm-hmm.
9.
Alright.
9.
So, here's what happens. Rock comes flying at you. Spiritual guardians of cats come swirling away to block part of the blow, and then Bjorn and Silver and Yang, who are close to Cad, see Envy sort of glow and sparkle, and Envy just on her own lashes out, slashes at the giant, misses, and then Cad drops Envy. Envy's in the snow
Where?
near you.
Just next to you.
Okay.
Oak is going to run over here and cast Cure Wounds on Locke.
Oh, thank you.
Going to say at a level 2 because why not? Book is 2d8 plus 7. 16. You get 16
thanks.
health, Locke. Dad.
So, can I pick up my sword and smack?
Yes. Well, Maul.
Oh.
His weapon.
Well, is it an action or a bonus action to pick up the weapon?
It's bonus action to pick it up.
Because it was right beside of me.
Okay.
26 hits
Yep.
for 11. Rawr, 22 hits for 16.
Buddy.
And I'm gonna sort of growl viscerally at him with like little flecks of rabid spittle going in his direction. I'm done.
Bjorn.
Alright, so the giant on the bottom, that's the one that's down, yes?
Yes.
So I guess I'll move up and take a swing on the one that's not dead yet. And we'll go ahead and apply Divine Smite to that guy as well. But first we'll swing ye old sword.
That would be a hit.
And I'm going to use a second level spell slot for that one. But
So the
first,
damage goes up by 1.
1d8, so it'll be a 3d8 total for the smiting. But first, good thing too, as it turns out.
First is a 5. And 3d8.
Yep. 3d8 damage. There you be. That's better. That feels more like what I want.
Silver.
Cool.
Hold on. That was my first swing, wasn't it?
yeah,
Yes,
it was.
it was.
So I'm not gonna smite him again this time because I don't want to use all my spell slots, but I am gonna try to stab him because it's always a fun thing to do.
That is a miss.
All right, one good hit will get me.
Silver.
Cool. Time for some pain.
Yes.
So as my bonus action, I'm going to channel Divinity and cast Vow of Enmity on this one.
Ooh,
As my bonus action.
that's a new thing you've never done before.
No, because I've been very hesitant about this because I think I can only do this once per day.
You have
And-
only one channel divinity a day, yeah.
So yeah, I get advantage on my attack rolls against it for 1 minute.
Nice. Basically, you are going down.
And so she's going to attack. No, that's disadvantage. I don't want disadvantage. And that is a crit, which I'm going to tag on a smite to.
Oh boy.
A
Yep,
level
yep.
3 smite.
Oh,
It's 48, and that goes into 18? Jesus.
alright. So roll your damage first.
Well, let me just make sure I have the math here right for my smite.
It was 2 + 1 + 1, which is 4 × 2 is 8. Yep.
Ho ho ho. So my regular damage is that. No. Oh no.
I just want to imagine that like someone just does like
Because
a
my
fucking...
fire damage is
I just-
critted as well. Oh,
I just want to imagine that you just do like fucking Final Fantasy VII Clem Hazard, where you just like stab him in the ankle, then jump up so high that you just cleft him completely in half.
no, it's most like, this is how you paladin.
Oh.
You multi-class a sorcerer.
Well, that's the thing. My sorcerer is not affecting this
I know.
yet.
Yes.
Yet.
But,
Wait until there's multiple enemies and I can sit there and hasten spells.
With all
Oh
that,
god.
imagining a Yamamoto kind of situation, to be honest.
Yeah, kinda.
31 additional
On-
damage on that, so.
so
41,
so
53, 53 plus 7 is 60. That's 64 straight damage. Kind
Yep.
of. Fuck. 31 radiant and 22 fire. Do I have to make a second attack?
No, you do not.
A better
Okay.
question, do you want to anyway?
Sure. I will still take that second attack and just.
I mean, it's still an advantage, so.
I mean, I don't even think you need to roll at this point. The fucker's dead. You're just adding insult to injury, really.
I know I am. And that's it. Just like, yeah, fuck you.
She sit
Like
there,
you-
like hacking
You
the
threw a
corpse.
rock at my friend.
You sit there hacking the corpse to go up a level, yelling, "Why would you guys pick a fight with these guys?"
I need to get my frustration out because of you idiots.
Granted, they cast the first stone, but
Ah,
Yes, they may have done that, but we probably still could have gotten away.
alright.
Crap.
So, yeah, very much dead. Congratulations.
so
That was a lot easier than I was expecting.
I think we can be glad that they, this is Oak. I think we can be glad that they were fighting each other for the past little bit. Although, those are some massive hits. Oh, right. And it's funny.
Oh,
Oh.
we lost our guides.
Oak is like, oh, right. And,
Right?
suddenly there's no snow.
Kaduril sort of blinks a little bit, and
Hi, Cat.
oh, good, we won.
Yep,
Yeah, we won.
pretty handily too. That went so much better than I was expecting.
Silver's gonna start looting the bodies.
Oh, are you now? Okay.
That's
Roll
a
me a-
14.
Alright, roll with advantage because Young's helping you.
Oh, sweet.
Rocks.
14.
Alright, so 14. So, you sort of loot the bodies a little bit. You find, are you going to, yeah, you're basically looting them both. I'm going to give you that 14 for both. So, you get a small smattering of gold. It's like, a total of about 14 gold and like 6 silver. And then you also get a very large piece of parchment and note that is written in giant, and you don't know what it says.
Locke. Not Locke. Yeah, one of you smart people read this.
I mean, I can read any written word, so I'll come over and have a look.
Oh, right, you can.
Yeah,
I mean, if it's in giant, I can
Nice.
read it too, says Oak.
Yeah, here, read this.
Okay, we read the thing. What's it say?
So what it appears to be is basically a. It's kind of funny. It's almost akin to like not quite as legal speak, but it's almost akin to like a restraining order.
Oh,
It's
a challenge.
No, a restraining order. It's basically saying in the note. It is saying that someone by the name of Grom, basically Grom, Grom is not allowed into Morkita. Morkita. And
Real quick, was that 14 gold and 6 silver?
14 gold, 6 silver. Yep. I mean,
So
you can move some change around, and
I just say do as even a split as we can, and then whatever's left over, we just give it to Silver because she's annoyed.
I guess we continue making our way along the road. It shouldn't be too hard to find Mork.
Well, I vote we don't linger here. My ribs hurt.
Yeah.
So you just
Your ribs wouldn't hurt if you didn't get hit by a rock, but
How
the rock wouldn't happen if someone would have left them alone, just focused on leaving.
we
How
were.
many-
They threw a rock at us anyway.
how many hit points are you missing right now, Locke?
I am at 38 of 52.
I can use lay on hands to get you the rest of the way back to full.
Oh, thanks.
Bjorn knows about.
All right.
Let's patch this up. Get you ready to party again.
Nice.
So
Also,
Oak-
Silver, can I
Oak
just say
was-
you exploded that giant?
Hmm?
Like you slashed him and he just exploded.
Oak sort of concentrates for a second, focuses on his like sort of oak leaf looking holy symbol, and he's okay. We've dealt with the giants rather quickly. You guys think you can make your way back to continue guiding us to Mork? That's basically all he says for message. And then there's a brief moment as he listens into their response, and okay, well, they will wait on us for at least a little while, or they can slowly they're going to slowly make their way back here. Although I don't know how much help it's going to be, considering we've got a destroyed cart. I mean, we could try to fix it, I suppose, but I don't know.
I mean, I've got a mount. I pat the top of Cad's head as I've hopped up. So I'm good.
I'm sorry if we've covered this already, but did we get a long rest's worth before that encounter or no?
I believe so.
Before that encounter, yes.
In that case, I can just summon my own mount as well, so I'm good.
I'm.
Rupert.
If you guys can give me some time, I need to rearrange some things in my repertoire,
All right.
and then I will spend 10 minutes myself of getting a steed for the first time.
I mean, they seem to be. I mean, they can get another cart. Their horses are safe because their horses are with them, but we can start journeying up on the road. Maybe putting Bjorn ahead of us since Bjorn knows the area a little better. And then we can make our way up there towards him. And then the other thing is, it's not currently where you guys are. It is not snowing, because Oak is now focusing on the stone to make the snow go away.
Yee.
Because
Like an anti-snow globe.
basically, so I mean, we can still see, and it's not quite as cold. I don't know if we really need the guides per se, but I mean, if we're going to help them clean off the road, and they still want to do that,
That was the arrangement.
Yeah.
right? So let's sort of get everything together and get going then.
Okay. 1 second. Silver casts her mount. And whew,
Well, can you
yeah,
can you see the spell card for Find Steed?
I have it pulled up for
You
my.
can sort of go through there and decide what your steed is. You've got a lot of choices for that.
But she's just going to bring up a celestial warhorse.
All right.
Okay. Do you have a celestial sparkly warhorse?
Mhm.
Maybe not sparkly, but a celestial warhorse.
Yeah,
All
I'll
right.
get the stats for it. It intelligence is 6 now.
Yep.
It can understand me.
It can
Of
understand
my
whatever.
choice.
It can understand any one language of the languages, any one language of your choice of the languages that you know.
Celestial.
I mean, yeah.
And it can go 60 feet.
Nice.
All right. So, with that in mind, you guys sort of get set up and get ready to head on out. Oak and Young sort of look at each other and they're like, I'm a nature. Oak sort of looks at Young and goes, too bad I'm a nature cleric and not like a druid or something. Then I think everybody would have mounts at that point. I'd randomly turn into like a war horse or something and then we'd all have mounts. So, and actually,
I think I can carry someone.
technically being that the mounts are rather large creatures, they could effectively carry an extra person, so there would be enough room for everybody. Oak can mount up with Rupert with Bjorn, and then Jan can mount up with Silver.
Bjorn is okay with this.
And I'm just riding our elephant.
You're just riding the elephant.
Yeah, I guess we take off then. Do-do-do.
And of course, I flip my my double cloak up so he can ride in comfort.
Even though there's no snow around you because Oak is focusing on the thing.
Well, fine.
But yeah, you start making your way along the road, and it doesn't take you very long before you meet back up with the gnomes again. And oh, well, you have your own mounts and things. Let's come on. Let's just get to Mork.
Yes, please. My ribs are still sore.
They are not. I healed you.
Yes, I'm no longer injured, but my ribs are still sore. I mean, you might still have little aches or pains if you scrape your knee for a little while, you know? Or if you sprain your ankle, that's not an open wound. You're still going to be at max capacity, but it's still going to be sore.
You need some ale. Is what you need.
What I need is to not be in this cold.
I'll sit there and say he doesn't drink.
Yeah, what I need is donuts, not ale. I'm not a drinker.
All right.
Well, they have more, I assure you.
Good. I want donuts.
So you guys make your way up towards Mork, and you sort of travel for the better part of the day. Because it was 2 days travel, and it was about the middle of your trek to head up. And it's getting close to the late evening, like 9 or 10, as you make your way to Mork.
Yay.
We finally make it. God damn.
It is rather late, and Mork is a. You see that Mork is a small, very round town, and it has a. It's a gated community, and ta-da, Mork. You guys are.
That sounds like a mile across.
Yep, relatively small. All right, so you make your way up. It is rather late, and
Where is there a tavern?
well, first of all, you make it up to the gate, and the gate is currently closed, and the
Don't
person
make us camp out here.
on the there's a person on the outside of the gate, And he appears to be a maybe middle-aged halfling. Still got scruffy, sandy-colored hair, and he is. I put this in quotes. He is resting next to the gate. He's clearly actually asleep, but he's sort of doing that asleep, standing while leaning against the wall kind of thing.
Can Silver do something?
Yeah.
And she'll get off her mount and go up to its. What is this gate made out of? Is it like two doors that swing open, or is it actually a thing that lifts up, or what? Is it made out of steel? Out of
it is
metal
a
or wood?
the wall itself is wood and stone. And then the door is like mostly like a wooden gate or door that would open out. It would open towards you, towards the outside, if it was to be opened. It's on like a hinge.
How close is he to the actual door?
He is leaning against the door.
Ah, Silver's going to attempt to kick the door.
Okay.
Her usual motif of kicking doors open.
So roll a knock on door check.
I cast knock with my foot.
Yes.
Roll
Just
strength.
she's doing it kind of close to the halfling to wake him up, if she
Right.
could.
Go ahead and roll strength to knock the door.
13.
All right. So you kick at the door. It doesn't budge, and there's this just.
Oh yeah, she wasn't. She knew it wasn't going to budge at all. She just wanted to make a loud noise.
And the halfling's like, huh? What? And he about falls over and, huh? Oh, wait. Why are you coming so late? Fine. Right. You want it in? I'm assuming, yes?
That would be great, yes.
Wait. Okay, so I don't have time to deal with it right now. There's supposed to be a toll to get inside. They've been recently trying to change rules around, but yeah, I'm not dealing with this right now. And he hits a chain and he will open the gate for everyone to go inside.
Yay! Where is there a tavern?
Goes straight along the road, and you will see it at the edge of the corner down there, which would be here.
Oh, okay. So just go straight.
Yep.
Back on the steed and charge.
And the halfling sort of mumbles as everybody goes by and is like, was that warhorse glowing? And the elk too? And there's a kid riding a loxodon. Okay, I've not got enough sleep.
Silver's going 60 feet per second. Well, 120 at this point. Just like charging towards the tavern with Yang still on. Guess?
Yep.
Please,
Like,
please don't open the tavern door with your horse.
That's Rupert's job.
No.
Alright.
Just like go to charge forward. Doesn't care. She's
Want
tired.
to go out, see the world, other tavern steps.
Alright, so
Yep.
you make your way inside Mork, and you see that Mork is a very sort of clustered community, and a lot of the houses seem to be of the much smaller variety. Like, there are some houses and structures that Cad would have a hard time getting into.
I hope he can fit in this tavern, can he?
Yeah, he can. Most of the quote-unquote the public places are more normal size, but a lot of the like residential houses and other places are smaller, and some of the shops are smaller. So you make your way inside. You head straight for the tavern. Are you going to knock on the tavern door, or are you just going to walk in?
She's just walking in. She like goes out, dismisses her steed, be like, "Okay, let's go drink."
All right. So everybody makes their way on inside. You open up the tavern doors, and behind the tavern seems mostly calm and empty. There's not a whole lot going on right now. And you see behind the counter at the tavern, is a, we'll say probably just over, like, young adult, like maybe 23, 24, and it's rather strange to you, Silver, but to most of you, but the tavern owner, or at least the barkeep, appears to be a goblin.
Okay.
Assume Bjorn knows this one.
Yep, you do. He is. You know that the primary tavern close to, like, that particular entrance of Mork was ran by a young goblin. You don't remember this particular goblin though, because last you were around, the goblin was female and this goblin is male. So perhaps there was a change of, like, person who's running it recently.
Or there's just a polymorph spell that went horribly, horribly wrong.
Or something like that. Yeah, he sees you guys come in. He's late arrivals, I guess.
Or horribly, horribly right. Who am I to judge?
Late arrivals then. Sure, come on in. It will be 4 silver a night. I don't know how you guys want to split up rooms. I only got like 4 left at the moment. But yeah, you want some rooms?
All I require are donuts.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Young, how many drinks should we get? Drink till we drop.
How much do the drinks cost here?
The drinks here will be about, depending on the various degrees of like strengths, you're probably looking at, there is one particularly strong drink that's like a single gold. But other than that, there is a most of the other drinks are probably 3 or 4 silver piece.
Challenge accepted.
Bjorn
Or the gold drink.
Bjorn will buy a round of those drinks for his new friends. Now that we've had battle together, it's time that we drink together.
So how many of which drinks are you getting?
The 1 gold drink, I'll buy 1 for each of my new companions.
That's 5. Unless you're not going to count Locke, which is 4. Maybe
I'll just
3,
buy
depends.
Bjorn gives Locke like a sideways glance. He's like, and just a big plate of donuts for that one.
Right.
A
So
gold worth.
Wait, isn't it just Silver and Young the ones that drink the most out of the group?
generally,
He
yeah.
doesn't know that.
Okay.
So Bjorn is going to offer to get gold drinks for everybody except for Locke, who is going to get a pallet of donuts. Is that correct?
Yeah, 1 gold worth of donuts.
Oh wow!
Shit,
Holy crap.
alright.
Gotta be
That's
fair about it.
that's a lot of donuts.
You're setting me up for life here, man.
I mean, we have a bag of colding, but they may come out tasting like trippy fish.
Right, because that's in there.
So yeah, Young, Silver and Young get at least 1 gold drink of their own, or however much you're going to put into a round. I don't know drinking logics to know what constitutes a round of drinks, but
Around here is a thing for everyone to drink.
fair enough.
So, I guess we go find a table and sit down to have our food and drinks?
Pretty much.
Silver's just gonna like look at like Oak and Cad with the with the gold drink and be like, "You guys feel brave enough?"
I like
Yeah.
dip a finger in it and then like taste it, and I sort of play around with it. Shrug, sure.
Sure, why not?
Oh.
I mean, I generally don't drink as much as you two do, sure, but I have had a drink or two. I mean, you're drinking,
Silver
but
has
your
2
drinking
drinks right
buddy's
now.
your drinking buddy's my adopted sister. I've had a drink or 2. She needed a drinking partner when you weren't here. So
when I was not here.
Well, like in times when
Before-
when Oak and Young were somewhat younger and not necessarily out of entry.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, before Silver joined the ball.
So,
They just made it sound like she was there and then she went away and then came back.
yeah, no. All right. So, this one gold drink is actually akin, though not equivalent, akin to the situation of when we had that whole, in quotes, water escapade.
Oh no!
I managed to get them to get this into this campaign, David.
I meant
Oh.
this.
Silver
So-
hasn't had water yet. Riven
Yeah.
has.
He has not. So this particular drink is very, very strong. It
Oh, yeah.
Like, as ale, how many ales does it?
it would it doesn't necessarily make you instantly drunk, assuming you don't like massively fail the thing, but it would put you very close to like at very least buzzed on the onset. So it's basically going to have a Constitution
Well,
save
that-
with just one.
Well, that's the thing. Does it, like, depending on our constitutions?
Right. Depending on constitutions, I would generally say that you would have more rolls of, you can take a drink or two and you don't have any problems. But this one is on the onset, regardless of your constitution, you have to make a save.
Okay, well, I guess whoever's sitting around the table just gets +4 to their con saves.
They do. Because you're there.
Yeah, because I have
Um,
the highest charisma, correct?
You do.
Okay.
Alright. So, Cad, make for me a constitution save. Well, everybody make a constitution save except for Locke.
22. I don't know. How many donuts is Locke trying to eat in one sitting? I mean, the
Like, probably,
diabetes.
like,
might
3 in his
require it.
mouth right now.
I'm only having 2, and I'm going to put the rest into the bag of colding. Right now, though, I'm just watching this train wreck unfold. Because, yes!
Kaduril rolls 22 and is just like gingerly sipping at it.
Whoever was
Um,
the 20 gets +4.
Yeah, I know. So it is going to be. It's at a +4 for everybody. So Bjorn's is a 19, and Young's is a 24. And then we have an Oak.
Mork is just watching this unfold. Like, this is going to be good.
Did Silver? Oh, never mind.
Silver has a 27.
Okay, so
Doing pretty good.
That's one drink down. She has one
Um,
more.
with those who have the drinks, who got the round of drinks from Bjorn, you guys are pretty much okay. I will say that had it not been for the +4 from Silver, Bjorn would have issues. But other than that, you guys are good to go. It's very strong. It's very much alcohol and ale that Bjorn may or may not have had this particular drink in a while, but yeah, this drink is what you have come to associate with this town being like instant party material, because this would often get people drunk very fast. So with that, Silver and Young have their second one.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Nah,
so yeah, you are hitting that scope of tipsy and drunk fairly quickly there, Silver. This drink is
That's
strong.
fine. I pay for another gold
For who? For you?
for me.
Okay.
but she's already so drunk she accidentally puts a plat, so they bring out 10.
Oh, no.
No, that would kill her.
It's like roll a death save for your liver.
Yeah, pretty much. Because she's sitting there going like, challenge accepted.
Bjorn is kind of looking over as Silver keeps ordering drinks. He's like, a worthy opponent. He orders 2 more for himself.
Oh.
Well done.
I'll wait until he takes his second one, and then we'll drink at the same for a third. She's just gonna stare him down.
This seems fair.
Kaduril pulls out a book as he still gingerly sips the first one, the original one.
So another save for my second.
Yep, Constitution save for your second. There you go.
Oh.
Alright.
He adds a year to his liver's lifespan with that drink.
Yeah.
Alright.
Young, are you going to join this apparently challenge being laid down?
Sure, fine.
Okay, we all drink a third.
Kaduril has a third sip of his original drink.
Silver's fine, Young is fine. One more from Bjorn.
Alright. So one more drink for me. Alright, let's see how this plays.
I mean, you rolled a natural 20 a second ago.
Alright, well, Bjorn, he's no stranger to alcohol.
Alright, yeah, you're
No
fine.
stranger to alcohol.
Alright, so at this point, one is still feeling the most tipsy of the effects of the drinks of this is Silver.
That's fine. She goes for a third. Her fourth. Which
I want this many.
the fourth
She
would
holds
be
up
her
the
last
fingers.
one before she has to start rolling disadvantage. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Um,
So she goes for one more.
Bjorn will match.
And raise seven.
Oh,
Oh shit.
so you're fine.
and she sobers up a little bit. Like, I'm going to win this.
Careful.
Bjorn, you can roll for another.
Uh-oh.
Up.
That's less than
18.
Alright.
Because I'm
So-
thinking the more we drink, the DC is slowly going higher. Am I correct?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, Bjorn, that particular drink hits you kind of hard. So you're kind of you're getting there for tipsy and drunk, and yeah, it is not. You are not necessarily of sound mind at the moment.
Oh.
Oh, I
No,
don't
no,
get Silver's
why
not either.
18, right?
Not
So
a sound
you-
mind.
Silver
Sounds like
is pretty close to that herself. Yes.
And what
Um,
about Yang? Is she joining or is she tapping out?
Young has had enough. I think 3 at this point.
Yes.
So she's
This
just
would
gonna.
be technically her fourth if she joins.
Yeah, she's gonna back out and let the two paladins have their drinking party.
You know what? How much money do you have on you, good sir?
Oh
I'm
Enough
assuming
for a
that's the
long,
Bjorn.
Enough for a what?
long night.
Do you have any platinum?
I could throw a platinum down.
Then I bet you 1 platinum on this round.
All right then.
So we're betting 1 platinum
So, we're gonna,
and another drink.
so whoever's
God.
drunker gets to give up a platinum. Huh?
It's pretty much she's gonna sit there and be like, whoever goes down first, it gets the platinum.
Alright.
Well, now Silver's rolling at disadvantage because she's going past her con.
And I believe what is Bjorn's? Yeah, Bjorn's past his con too, so disadvantage for you as well.
Well, let's see how this goes on drink 5. Roll. Let's go set up for you. Oh, that's no good. That's no good. Don't do that
Roll.
to me.
I didn't.
There it is.
Oh! No!
Okay. Yeah. I do believe on that.
Oh, wait. I actually have to reroll because I accidentally hit my regular constitution, not my normal con. So, pardon
Oh,
me.
don't
I'm
worry.
sorry. I misclicked.
Yeah, you're fine.
Son of a
Okay.
bitch. Never mind.
That one was a natural. You're
Oh!
fine.
That 31! Oh, jeez.
All right. So
Last round, Bjorn suffered from an 18. So does that mean she does?
Huh?
it's
Bjorn's previous one was a 14 plus your 4 from your aura, which is 18.
No, his last round that he just took now.
right, but the one before that was an 18.
The one before that,
Oh,
he did
yes.
a 14 plus
Yeah.
4.
And
And
this is
suffered.
our 5th round.
Right. You're okay. So Silver, you
Uh-huh.
are drunk, very
Yes.
at this point. Bjorn, you pass out. You're
Bjorn's had a good night.
Yeah,
I
you
win
just
a
sort of fall on the floor. Yeah, Silver gets the platinum.
Hey!
Dexterity check or sleight of hand if she can pick it up while drunk.
No.
Oh.
Bjorn is
I want
ending
it fair
so
and
much
square.
horror that he started.
Bjorn is now passed out on the floor of the tavern, next to the table.
I don't even get to slump onto the table. Go straight to the floor.
Oh, I mean, you can
It's
slump to
funnier
the
that
table.
way, yes.
You can slump. You know what? Roll me dexterity save.
Dexterity save. All right.
Okay, you're on the table. Good for you.
All right.
Kaduril gently folds the book and puts it away in his bag and gets up and can I like pick Bjorn up and sling him over my shoulder?
Woo!
Probably.
And then we haven't actually paid for accommodations yet, have we?
Nope.
Well, since he's going to need assistance getting to a place, can I like get a room with 2 beds and see that he is able to sleep?
Yep. So it'll be 4 silver for a room.
Yeah. Okay.
Woo! I am the best!
That you are, Silver.
I think it's
Yeah.
time.
Can I have a donut?
I yoinked her a donut. Here, have a donut.
She grabs the
How
donut,
many
just
donuts?
munches on
The
it.
gold's worth, by the by.
Considering the fact that like a platter of donuts is like worth as much of a loaf as a loaf of bread, which is like a silver piece, if not less.
We've got 10 plates of donuts.
Essentially, I got 10
Yeah.
fucking platters of donuts. A lot of those are going in the bag of colding because I can't eat all of these.
Okay, so tell me how many platters,
It is.
and I'll
It
put
would.
it in.
It would be 10 platters of donuts. If I would say,
And is he eating one of the platters?
I'm eating some of the donuts from one of the platters, but I'm not eating all of them because I like my stomach.
we'll
And he's
say,
not eating the platter itself because he's not a goat.
So we will say he probably has within the. I don't know if you could write it out this way, but you might have to just put it in the text. But the bag of colding will hold.
Was it 123? What?
123, yes,
123.
Silver
Uh,
keeps the bag of holding, right?
Yeah, she has it, and she's like slowly just like with like she just basically like uses her whole arm and just kind of start
Raking
Mushing
some.
right coming into the bag of clothing. Some of them like it takes her, but she gets him in there like
I'm going to turn
we
to
don't
Bjorn.
need it.
I'm going to turn to
anymore.
Bjorn and be like, dude, what the hell? I love this, but what the hell?
Bjorn's passed out. He's upstairs now.
Oh, I write him a note. I write him a note that says, "Dude, what the hell? I mean, I love all these donuts. We're going to be set food-wise for weeks, but what the hell?" And then I'll just
You know, Bjorn spent a gold on everyone else. He had to spend a gold on Locke, too. Otherwise, it'd be unfair.
I guess. Jesus Christ.
So, for some reason, I have the mental picture of Locke in an intense situation, narrowing his eyes. Silver, donut me.
You know, that actually reminded me of a thing of like an idea where like we enchant the donuts where if you eat one it gives you a spell slot or gives you some sort of buff for a while.
Sugar
Alright.
Rush.
Yeah, kind of.
I was gonna sit there and say, 2 donuts equals 1 ration. Maybe 3 donuts. I don't know. Donuts are good.
This
That
is
they are. I'll like lift one as if in a toast. That they are. So if 3 donuts is equal to 1 ration,
The 2 donuts there. hey, Locke.
eh?
When did you get a twin?
What?
You got twins. So right next to you.
I think you're seeing things. I have no siblings.
Silver.
It looks exactly like you. And it's
Yeah.
doing the exact same motion that you would too.
Yeah,
Young,
you see,
young,
that-
young,
that's a
young
side effect
sort
of being drunk.
Young sort of places her hand on
You-
Silver's
you just-
shoulders and is like, I think we need to go to bed now. Come on.
That sounds nice. That is
Yes.
nice.
Yeah,
She lays down on the table.
yeah,
No.
That sounds nice.
She like tips her chair over and she like stumbles back like and like she's like slowly sitting there trying to like unclasp her armor. It's just like not failing because she can't.
His fingers are like,
Come
they're
on.
like sausages.
No, it's just like wet noodles.
Come on.
Silver leans back in her chair, and it crashes under her weight and posture. And from the floor, she chuckles, and she's like, "Nat one."
Come on, Silver. Let's and Yang will pay for a room for you and take you upstairs.
Yay!
All right. So
So how many rooms are we getting?
3 rooms, 2 each, and that is Bjorn has been took to a room already with Cad. Silver is taking a room with Yang, and then Oak's bunking with Locke.
And so this is gonna be like, Young, you're very cool.
Thanks.
Which she just got like, tries to goes over and it's like probably like half out of her armor at this point and just like falls onto bed, half off. Just like, nah.
Right. Yang will sort of attempt to help get Yang bed. Yang will
Silver.
attempt to help Silver get into the bed more proper, and then she will go to bed herself.
And as Locke is sort of getting ready for bed, what I'm going to have him do is I'm going to have him do that thing he does, or I'm going to have him get settled onto his bed, sort of cross-legged on top, sort of close his eyes and just sort of hold Eldritch Blast energy around his hand for a minute, and just sort of mutter, "You've been gone longer than I had hoped. If there have been any developments back home that you know of and have the chance to tell me, that would be great." I'll sort of let the Eldritch Blast energy flow for a little while longer and then go to bed. Just my equivalent of Channel Divinity, essentially.
Yeah. All right.
Or my version of Commune, rather.
Everyone beds down for the night. Getting a chance to sleep. Locke, since you sort of set up for your Eldritch Blast energy and whatever your versions of Commune, as you go to sleep to rest for the night, none too surprisingly, you find yourself waking up in that forested, swampy sort of area that you've come to associate with Vindsvept.
All right. Been a while since I've been here.
How are you doing, Locke?
Well, I mean, I got a giant rock yanked into my chest by a giant earlier, but I'm alive otherwise and doing fine. We kind of went off course in trying to get back to the mainland, though, and wound up in Aban, which is not where we wanted to be. Bit of stupidity on our part, but, you've been monitoring the situation.
I've been keeping an eye on the family, on the developments for Noro and other such things as best I can. Dahlia keeps a barrier to keep me from getting all the information.
Makes sense.
You would think Noro would be more apt to do things, considering he's lost several people that were helping him in his endeavor, but
And that's worrying. To me, that either means he's waiting to see what we do next, or he's damn close to completing whatever it is he needs to do, and is just hanging back to do it.
I feel as though the latter is much more likely.
Same here. Our trip into the Feywild wasn't exactly short-lived. What about my father? What's the situation with him? Did he make it back to Yukiegi?
He did return to Yukiegi for a time.
For a time?
Yes, he then left again. Your father seems to be traveling with a band of adventurers similar to that of yourself.
Oh, he's traveling with a band of adventurers that are made a home in our town.
Huh.
You're not there to know that, but that might not necessarily be the case.
Cool.
Cool.
Well, as long as he keeps coming back and knows where his priorities are. Do you have any recommendations on what we should do when we get back?
Vindsvept is silent for a moment, and then there is that same sort of like warble in space as you do that sort of version of scrying that you did before, where you saw where your father was and other various such things.
Right. where I become there but not there.
Yes.
I'm a little ephemeral phantom that can fuck with people.
Yes. And you find yourself in you sort of recognize the land around you as this is part of Gradiriel. And you find yourself sort of camping out, and there is appears to be a male half-orc, and he is watching over a sort of small camp of adventurers and things. The way the attire looks on the half-orc, he looks like he might be perhaps a ranger or a... It's hard to tell. Part of me wants to say he's a ranger because he's got a bow and arrow sheath on his back, but his attire and armor seems to favor that more of a fighter. So maybe he's dual class around
Ranged
or not.
fighter, then.
Ranged fighter at the very least. And you see that the reason you are here is one of the beds and sort of bedrolls sleeping is your dad, your father. And nearby is a young girl, another half-elf. She maybe
Silver,
is...
if you were onto something.
Mhm.
I was saying, Silver, if you were onto something.
You see a young half-elf girl is maybe within 2 or 3 feet of where he is sleeping. And then there are other people about that are akin to party members. There is a drow, a tiefling, even. They are resting and sleeping. And you're basically given the scope of the party that your dad is traveling with. And you're in the campsite.
Right, so I'm currently in invisible mode, right? This isn't one of those weird
Yes.
possession things like would happen in the Fae, right?
No, not like a Feywild thing. You are there and invisible.
Okay. I'm going to go and get a closer look at the girl.
Okay.
How old? Like, are we talking like little kid or like early teens or young adult? How old are we talking here?
He's we'll say early 20s, maybe like 22.
Okay. So older than me then. Alright. Does anything strike me as interesting about her?
Well, how closely are you? Do you want to call this a perception or investigation kind of a thing? To sort of look over her features, or are you trying to like discern her features, or are you just taking a look at her from afar? Because bear in mind,
I'm invisible. I can remain imperceptible if I so want. So I'm getting like adjacent, like within 5 feet, so I can get a good close look. I'm genuinely curious here because those two are in close proximity. My interest has been piqued because Locke's been eyeing his dad like a goddamn hawk. So,
all right. So roll me investigation.
Okay. 3.
Yeah. Nothing strikes you as interesting or odd. Just a young half-elf girl, older than you, but still fairly young half-elf girl.
Oh no.
They're lying really close together. You said, right?
Within about 3 or 4 feet of each other. Yeah.
Okay, so like not close enough to like be spooning. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Nothing like that.
Okay. And the half-orc is awake, right?
Half-orc is awake, acting as guard, sort of looking around. You are invisible and haven't done anything to garner your presence, so...
Right. I'm going to real quickly also check on the appearance of my dad. Does he look older or younger than last time I saw him? Because I know Vindsvept can fuck with time a little bit.
Nope. He looks to be about the same age.
Alright, so this is the present or damn close to. Alright. In that case, I would like to, it's always tricky to figure out what I want to do during these. I'm gonna park myself on the other side of the campfire from the half-orc. I'm assuming there's a campfire.
Yeah, there is.
Alright, and one more thing before I carry out this plan. Can I, discern roughly where in Gradiriel this is? I've been all over that region, so, can I discern a general, vague approximation of a spot? What region?
Roll. This is a weird way to roll this, but I think it makes sense. Roll survival.
Okay. I actually have points in that. 9. The dice, they do hate me.
They do. Well, there is there's a forest nearby. One that you vaguely recognize. But you can't quite put your finger on why. And they are they sort of seem to be resting in between sort of getting a further look around over the scope of your vision. They sort of be resting between a forest and off to the north-ish. There seems to be a river of some kind, but you can't quite discern what is immediately recognizable about the area around.
Well, that narrows it down to a few places, but without the map, I couldn't be sure. All right. In that case, I am going to turn to the half-orc, and I'm going to use Awakened Mind, and I am going to say, please don't be alarmed. I'm not here for trouble. I just want to talk. You can communicate to me strictly in the mind. I'd rather not disturb your friends.
Who's there?
I'm not an enemy. I'm not an enemy. My name is Locke. The man that's with you, it was Frederick, right? It's been a while since I'm Frederick's son. I'm contacting you with magic.
Oh. I was unaware that you had the capability to do such a thing, but magic is strange.
It is, especially with me. I'm strange, but that's not the point. I do actually have a visual on your environment at the moment, and I suppose I'm just curious. Who is that lying next to him? Never seen that person before.
That's... Well, I would assume then if you say you are... How long can you remain here?
Honestly, your guess is as good as mine. The forces that are letting me maintain this contact are unpredictable at the best of times.
I'm going to operate on the assumption that you are who you say you are. And if you are, I am not the one that should be telling you who she is. I made a promise.
Oh, well, that raises a great many questions and accompanying concerns.
Suffice to say that the person with him is...
I'm assuming they're close, given their proximity.
They are indeed.
Well, if that's the case, please do me a favor and let him know that I was asking about this when he wakes up. I've done this same sort of thing with him once before, so he'll know it's really me.
Alright.
Alright. I'll leave you to your watch now.
Are you far away?
Cast one more absurdly far away, yes. Much farther than I want to be. It's part of why this conversation's even happening. I'm currently sleeping in a bed somewhere in Iban.
Oh.
Yeah, like I said, pretty absurd distance.
I can't promise that I can talk the group into staying in Yukiegi for a long time. I feel as though you are close, or may arrive close to Yukiegi sometime soon. I can lead everyone there.
We have the idea of seeing if we can teleport there, but, well, we'll have to see how things go. At the end of the day, this matter isn't necessarily strikingly important in the short term. It can wait if it has to. Just let him know I was asking about it, alright? So that he'll know I'm aware and that the time for keeping secrets from his family is past.
I will see to it. And if nothing else, in the morning, some of my friends here will make contact to you, Alessandra. Perhaps if you arrive in Yukiegi before us, she can let you know what that of. He can perhaps give you information.
All right. I appreciate it. I'll let you get back to your watch now, and then I'll sever the awakened mind link and back off.
He just sort of nods in a general direction that he does not know where you are. But
Right. Right. Let's give me a second here. Yeah, okay, I think, yeah. With that, I'll just go ahead and just wait for Vindsvept to pull me out of there.
Yep.
There's not a whole lot else for me to do at the moment.
this doesn't take long. You very soon find yourself back in swampy mist that is Vindsvept's realm.
Huh. Well, that raises questions.
As you can see, your father has other companions that he is traveling with. Know that he is safe, and I know that the people that he is currently traveling with are important, but specifics of who they are, my ability to discern information starts to get a little bit more cloudy when it gets further away from those I have bonded with.
Fair enough. Well, at any rate, I don't think there's really much else for us to touch on at the moment, unless there's something else you want to bring to the table.
Be safe on the Vaughn. That area is rather dangerous. I do hope that your means of travel works out.
Oh, so do I. We're a bit too invested in what's going on back in Gradiriel for me to just take too damn long up here in this frozen hellhole. Alright.
And you soon find yourself waking up.
Alrighty.
So Silver and Bjorn, you two wake up with massive hangover headache. Ow.
Bjorn is going to breakfast. The best way to counter hangover is food.
Yep. Oh, and Bjorn, you vaguely recall that you passed out from your drinking contest with Silver, and you remember your head hitting the table vaguely, but when you awaken, you are in a bed.
Nice.
It is, even in your hungover state, it's pretty easy to piece together that a room was brought or rented, however that would go, and you are in a room with two beds, and the other person in the other room that may or may not have been the one that got you here, considering their abilities, was your elephant friend, Cad.
And is Kaduril awake right now?
Yes.
He is.
Bjorn wants to ask him a question regarding the spirits that came out during the battle the other night. I've seen them like that before, but yours were different somehow.
Oh? How so?
Well, I've never seen them appear the same as their user before.
Kaduril sort of looks a little bit puzzled and shrugs. I don't really know what they look like myself, so couldn't tell you.
Normally they would take the form of your ancestors, but yours just looked the same as you did, only in different armor and attire. Like different versions of yourself, I suppose.
Kaduril would sort of look down and be a little bit fidgety and am I not doing it right?
Oh, I wouldn't say that. It seemed to work just fine. It was a different visual than I'm used to seeing.
Oh.
I was just curious. It seemed to work just fine. Keep doing it.
Did they stare at you?
I don't believe so.
Oh, good. Okay. They've stared at Locke before. Okay. All right.
Has something bad happened to Locke when they stare at him?
He got frightened, and Kaduril sort of scratches the back of his head. I'm not trying to frighten anybody. Not my friends anyway. But yeah, he said that they glared at him once. I don't know anything about that, but he talked to me afterwards and told me. So. I'm glad they didn't glare at you.
No, nothing like that. Well, I suppose that's enough of that topic for now. What say you to breakfast?
I'd say I'm buying for you.
Oh, well, I will not part.
Alright. So
Bjorn's ready.
Bjorn and Cad make their way down for breakfast. Silver and Yang wake up as well. Locke and Oak. Everyone makes their way down for breakfast, and I think that will be.
Silver is actually a little bit slow coming down. Like it's like she may have woken up early, but
Mm-hmm. Silver, both Silver and Bjorn make it downstairs, and Oak sort of sighs and goes, "Let's not make our way out to do anything reckless. Let's stick to Mork. Maybe we can find our way back to Gradiriel from here." And he will place
that was
his
the plan.
he will place his hands on each. He places one hand on Silver's shoulder and one hand on Bjorn's shoulder, and whoosh, lesser restoration, hangover gone.
oh, that feels so much better.
Well, Bjorn looks at this fellow. He's like, from now on, when I go to parties, I'm taking you with me.
It's not an area effect, by the way.
I mean, a hand on here and a hand on here. That's totally AoE.
That's just wasting 2 spell slots.
It is, but that's fine. So yeah, and I think though
how much is it to follow Bjorn's lead, but instead of crazy strong ale, buy breakfast for everyone?
No alcohol this morning.
It's probably for a good hearty breakfast, I'll say 3 silver.
Okay.
So 3 silver for 6 people. Like that's almost 2 gold, basically.
Okay.
So yeah,
I made it.
You guys achieve breakfast, and
We achieve breakfast.
indeed you achieve
good.
breakfast.
I'll even throw in an additional 2 silver to have like fresh fruit, like extra fresh fruit.
Right.
They need healthy stuff.
All right, and yeah. Beyond that, I think this seems like a good resting place to end the session for tonight. And because I'm the type of DM that likes to have some sort of interest at the very end of sessions, like mini cliffhangers and things, as everyone's getting breakfast and you guys are getting ready to eat, the door to the tavern flies open, and in comes what looks to be a halfling in somewhat like fancy looking attire. It doesn't really quite match with the other halflings that you've seen here before. He almost looks rather dapper. And he comes charging in, and he goes to the goblin barkeep, and the like even before he speaks to you, he sort of sets out the food for you guys, sees the halfling come running in, and he will very quickly run over to like the corner of the tavern areas to speak privately with this little halfling dude. Yeah, unless you guys want to try to do something to eavesdrop on that conversation, that is where I will end it.
Sure, Silver will.
Roll perception.
Oh!
Yeah, ending on a
Oh, wow. All right.
It's like everything is still ever so slightly louder to her. Just ever so slightly.
All right. Well, in that regard, the halfling appears to be speaking of. There seems to have been some sort of deal that was recently made. There is a sort of exchange of money, though somewhat under the table, but with your 21 perception, you see it.
Okay.
And with Silver's knack for, wanting to weed out corruption and things, they're, though not necessarily, wanting to. You are not necessarily the lawful good paladin that gets rid of the world of all evil, but you want to weed out corruption. And contrary to his very dapper and fancy appearance, in this conversation, this halfling is giving off mega black market vibes. He's some sort of swindler of some persuasion. You're just not quite able to tell what variety as of yet. And we will end it there.
Okay.
Let's see. I will do the first part, and I will give, say, Brian can do the next time part.
All right.
This has been Shadows of Gradiriel.
Join us next time as we potentially figure out what the black market stuff going on here is, and continue on our hunt for a way to get back to Gradiriel, because we still have a lot of shit to do back there.